3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Welcome back, guys, to Combat Champs. Today we're covering UFC 282 for the main cards. Start from the bottom to the top. First fight, featherweight banger. Ilia Topuria versus Bryce Mitchell. This is a very crazy, and it could go both ways.
Yeah.
So, where are we going to start off with? Ilia Topuria. This guy is on a crazy run when he came to the UFC, knocking out fighters left, right, center. You know what though? He is highly underrated in terms of ground weight. Before he came to the UFC, his win streak all have been more or less from guillotines to triangle chokes to a whole lot of submissions.
Yeah.
And I think ever since he came to the UFC, he started knocking at everyone and more or less relying on his heavy-handed power shots.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that this guy can really work on the ground.
Yeah. He's a strong guy.
He's physically strong, and he's a thick 145 as well.
Yeah, bro.
So for him to cut down 155, he needs to more or less work on his dietitian, nutrition, and pretty much everything, really.
No, like you said, he's got a lot of power in those hands, especially in the recent couple of fights in the octagon. He's really shown that he has devastating power to really make people not even want to deal with him in the standing.
Yeah, hell no, why would you, man? Because the last fight, he knocked it up. He was losing that fight. He was losing the fight badly. And then pretty much just came with a body shot and right overhand punch and knockout.
And that's the thing, what makes him so dangerous as well, because if you're like one of those fighters that want to stand and bang and you're kind of getting dealt with it, or you're kind of not happy to deal with his power, you try to take him down, then again, that's his bread and butter.
Exactly.
Right? And obviously that there, you're looking for more trouble in that sense, right?
More or less get lost in it.
Yeah.
But not taking it away from Bryce Mitchell, this kid, again, you know what? He bloody surprised me against Edson Barboza. Honestly, I honestly thought when he fought against Edson Barboza, he would just take him down, just work him, just like how Khabib worked Barboza back when he was at 155, innit? But surprisingly, he actually stood with him, throw some good combinations, hurt him, and then took him down, which he should, which he obviously did, innit?
I never knew Mitchell himself. Obviously, that's the first time I just saw him fight, And bruv, when he's on the ground, he's so strong and so dominant, bruv. Like he's almost like, I don't know, like an octopus, just his tangled,
Yeah, he knows the way he places his hands, his legs, his body, shifting his body on top of the fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything he does is really good.
Yeah, bruv. And he's got really good ground and pound as well, bruv.
Man.
He was working Barboza on the floor, bruv. He was working on him, bruv.
Exactly. So it's like, for me, it pretty much... Okay, I'll say it like this. If it's like the first round and second round, I'll give it to Ilias. But I think towards the end, because I felt like Bryce Mitchell would definitely, try to use his grappling against him.
Jiu-jitsu and everything.
And I feel like that's going to more or less give Ilias some problem with his cardio, because again, he's cutting down a lot of weight for that 145. Mitchell would definitely get towards the end, but to me, I'll see Ilia Topuria more or less getting a knockout win, a TKO win, or pretty much just getting a go throughout the whole 3 rounds and get that W, really, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there as well. I feel like Mitchell, they both have, their strengths, of course, obviously, like we just said. But, man, to be fair, you know what? I'm going to go with Mitchell, man, because he's shown me a lot against Barboza in that last fight, man. Yeah. And Ilia Topuria still needs to come across those top 10 guys in the division, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at least Mitchell's kind of answered those questions in itself. And even though it's about Barboza, that's kind of gone past him now, not really in his peak anymore. So I'm going to go with a unanimous 3-round decision with Mitchell.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on to the middleweight, we got Dricus Du Plessis versus Darren Till.
This right here, guys, potentially could be my fight of the night here, guys.
Your fight? All right, so let's see from your side. Let's see who you got.
Okay, so let me start with Darren, man. The gorilla himself. Look, man, fantastic elite Muay Thai standing.
Yeah.
He doesn't throw a lot, but very precise. Always tries to counter his opponents when they throw. The man's a gorilla, like he says. That's his nickname, right? So really strong, powerful, and obviously working with Hamza and his crew. Hopefully, I want to see more of his his wrestling background, because that's one side I'm still yet to see real an elevation, you know.
Yeah, to work on his weaknesses, isn't it?
Yeah, man, because like fair enough, he's got his stand, you know, his striking is just, you know, up there, really, to be honest with you, man. But it's his ground game that I really want to see worked on, to be honest with you. And this fight in itself, let's be honest, guys, like, do we really see this being a striking fight? Probably not. But if he has to go through, if he needs to go and do that takedowns or try to attempt a takedown, obviously I'd like to see that come out from Darren, you know. But this one right here, guys, I think it's going to be a striking masterclass from both guys.
Yeah, because with DDP, Dricus, basically, he's a great striker.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, kickboxing world champion
as well. So of course he's got that resume behind him as well.
Yeah.
But the thing about him that I noticed from the fight previous, he tends to rush in.
He's aggressive.
And it's like. For someone who's a former champion, kickboxing champion, the way he moves inside the octagon is kind of like a bit off-putting at times. Honestly, I could see him getting caught with just a straight cross from Darren Till, just countering him, to be honest, and really hurting him. Because I've never seen DDP get hurt at all.
And that's the thing as well. I think both their styles and striking-wise, like, is really interesting. Because like you said, DDP's aggressiveness coming forward, whilst Darren Till's like counter-attacking style as well. Like, their styles match perfectly, you know.
I can see that.
And styles make fights, right?
It's true. So who do you have winning this fight?
Bro, I was literally thinking about this the other day as well. Like, yesterday I was thinking like Darren Till might have it, but then I woke up the next day thinking like, you know what, bro? DDP might actually get it as well.
You think like DDP will just catch him. Bang.
Yeah, so like that, you know. But bro, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Brit, man. I'm gonna go with the Liverpoolian, the Scouts.
Hell yeah, bro. It's Scouts. The Scouts don't get knocked out, as they say, you know.
Facts, bro.
No, I agree. I have Darren Till winning this. I feel like, same thing with you. I feel like he more or less can catch DDP when he's coming in aggressive with even an uppercut, anything really, with that strong power hand of his. I feel like he could definitely catch him out, probably in round 2.
Really?
Yeah, with a counter. Yeah, I see that happening, man. Because the way DDP just comes in so aggressive, leaving that chin open.
Yeah.
Again, he could definitely implement some ground games on that. But again, if Darren Till has been working around with handed, I'm sure he could more or less know how to avoid a takedown, work on his defense, innit?
Yeah, man.
So I feel like Darren Till will get the win. So we both agree that Darren Till will get it.
Yeah.
Go on, Liverpool. Moving on, the welterweight, well, now it's a catchweight. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Alex Morono. So the fight previous that was supposed to happen was against Robbie Lawler, against Santiago. Before then, honestly, I had Santiago winning that because Robbie Lawler was out of it, past his prime. And ever since when I saw his last fight against Barberena, it was like there was certain times he was doing well, catching Barberena there, but again, like he was just all rugged slow. And so I was thinking coming to the fight, Santiago would just flipping kill him within the first round because he's so heavy-handed. But now this is a late replacement and it's a catchweight at 180, not 170, sorry. I still feel Santiago will get the win. But the thing with Alex, he's a very awkward fighter.
Yeah, a little bit awkward, man.
It's the way he's moved his hands, his feet. It's like you wouldn't find him that awkward.
It's kind of off-putting,
you know what I mean?
Can't really read him sometimes.
Yeah, and the way he throws his hand is like head down, hang very high over the punches.
It's unorthodox, isn't it?
Very weird fighter. And so like I don't take anything from Alex. He is a decent fighter when he comes.
At best.
He's not a bad fighter at all. I'm giving him that. But with Santiago, because now like, it's just like, I feel like Santiago would just catch him within the second round, to be honest. He would just find his space, landing with a left cross or combination, like uppercut hook cross, something like that. I feel like he would catch him nicely.
But you know what though, again, you know Santiago, recently as well, and don't forget he's 36 as well right now, He's not like the Santiago he once was, like 2-3 years ago as well. And I feel like he's starting to go down. I agree with you. So like for me, looking at this fight right now, I actually think like this fight is a little bit more competitive than the match with Robbie Lawler itself. I do feel like that in this moment in time right now, Santiago does have a little bit more in terms of his quality. But Alex Morono, especially from what I've seen, he can come with something, you know. He does have that ability to cause an upset. Can I say?
I can see that. I can see it happening. Yeah.
But I'm with you. I'm still giving the edge to Santiago, and I'm probably going to say 3-round unanimous decision in this.
I'll just need it for the win. Go on, let's have it.
Let's go.
Moving on, co-main, Jared Corden versus the baddie, Paddy Pimblett.
Oh, my son.
Hey, Paddy, we're going to support you, my guy. We're all the way going to win for this one here. Not taking anything from Jared. Jared is a rugged fighter.
He's decent.
Like when he's really on his A game, he will give any fighter a run for their money, for real. He's a New Yorker, so of course he's got that little city boy inside him. Like just go hard, crazy with everything really. With a New Yorker, innit? With any kind of fight.
He's not afraid to go in and give it. I don't want to say a war, but like he's gonna make you.
He'll make it dirty if he has to. He's just a rugged fighter. Yeah. But with Paddy, don't get me wrong. Like he does get caught quite easily. It's been shown in previous fights. His chin is so high up. So I feel like if Jared Gordon can just more or less catch that when he least expects it, I feel like he could definitely give Paddy a problem, really bad problem. Facts. But if this goes on the ground, have Paddy all the way.
That's his bread and butter right there, bro.
At that point, you're just asking for trouble. Yeah. Same thing like we were talking about, if you're against Charles Oliveira, why would you go on the ground with Charles Oliveira? Same with Paddy. So it's like, I thought Paddy does have a slight edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jared Gordon also takes a W from this as well, to be honest. And it's one of those fights, like who wants it more?
That's the thing as well. And especially right now, Paddy, like my man puts on what? Close, he gets up to 200 pounds outside of the...
Why? Like the Scousers though, man.
I don't know how they do it, bro. And he cuts down all the way down to 155, you know. But you know what though? One thing about Paddy, he's got a chin on him as well, man. Every time he gets touched, that chin just somewhat keeps him going as well, man. I think that's one of his, secret powers in a sense, you know, that he doesn't really get hurt like that, even though he gets touched a lot. Like you said, his BJJ is immense, elite. His last 2 wins came out from jiu-jitsu submission itself, So like again, I can see this happening again, man. I really do. I think right now Paddy's riding that wave right now. His fame is through the roof. His confidence is through the roof as well. That's true. Like the man feels like he's the next guy up and coming in the UK, and I can see why, bro. Man, he's a fan favorite. Practically, in my opinion, UFC's next big superstar coming, you know.
I can see that.
Obviously, we still have to wait and see, take on the real big guys,
That's the thing. I feel like after this fight, if he wins, if they have to give him a ranked fighter. Top 15 at least. Top 15,
you know what,
top 10.
I don't want to say anything right now. I want to wait until the fight happens afterwards, but I've got my opinion who I want to see next.
You already know?
I already know who I want to see next with this guy. But how I see this running, I think this is going to end up becoming a second round submission to Paddy.
Okay. Same.
If not, a TKO to my guy Paddy, bruv. I'm very confident in this one right here.
Okay, all right. I'm not angry with that. So we both agreed. Paddy for the win. Moving on to the main event for the light heavyweight title, we have Jan Blachowicz versus
Magomed Ankalaev.
This is gonna be tricky, but here's how I'm gonna look at it. This fight will go within 2 rounds.
Really?
And I will say this will either be the win. This will definitely be the win for that Dagestani monster. And I've seen him winning for ground and pound. Really? Here's the thing with this, because Ankalaev, he's just like, everything he does is purely clean. His striking, his takedown, defense as well, his ground and pound, everything is just beautiful. Like, he is literally everyone's worst nightmare in the light heavyweight division. This guy has pretty much faced so many great light heavyweight fighters, and he only has 1 loss, and that loss was against Craig.
That's all the way back.
I know.
What was that? A DAS or something like that?
No, it was a triangle within the last few seconds. And I was thinking like, damn. But see, this is the reason why I looked at that fight, because I saw it last night, So that fight, I was like, yo, why if Jean catches him with something like that? Because then at that point, because like, I don't see how Jan can actually beat him, to be honest. Really? Don't get me wrong, Jan's got heavy hands. He's got that Polish power on his hands.
Brilliant, bro.
He's got those missiles, those nuclear bombs to knock out any man. But I feel like Ankalaev, he's just too clean, too smart to avoid these heavy hitters. And so I feel like the only way Jan can actually win is by submitting him on the ground, or he probably just ground and pound him.
See, that's the thing as well, because like Jan, again, man, my man's like, fair enough, his background is jiu-jitsu in itself, But again, over the years, and he's no spring chicken as well.
Oh,
I know that, but at the same time, his striking has improved over the years as well. So it's not like we're just going to end up seeing a jiu-jitsu versus a what did they say in Sambo wrestlers? Sambo wrestlers over there. But at the same time, I feel like Jan's striking is a little bit underrated as well. But I'm not saying it's as clean as my man there, yeah. But at the same time,
Magomed is sick.
Magomed is another level in the sense, yeah. But Jan showed, especially in the Izzy fight, that he can actually like deal with the striking,
bro.
I know, moving from a middleweight up to light heavyweight, I get it. It's different.
But I get what you mean, though.
But you know, he showed quite good, decent striking skills. Obviously, in his fight against Glover, obviously, like that was I think. In my opinion, I think Jan kind of looked at Glover and didn't take the fight seriously.
But see, that's the thing. But then again, it showed how, like, one thing, Jan didn't give Glover that respect. Probably two, he wasn't really in, like, his mindset wasn't into the fight, so of course he got easy. And it's just like, it just showed like the weaknesses from Jan. If Jan is not there on fight night, bro, he's gonna get destroyed by Magomed.
And that's a lack of championship mentality there.
Exactly.
Because as a championship, you'll always be there no matter what. Right?
Exactly.
See, damn. This for me right here again is another tough fight, man, to call, really, man. They both have their strengths and weaknesses here. But man, again, Jan has proven it amongst the top elite guys as well, you know. And can we say the same thing about Magomed right now, at this point right now?
Hey, at this point, man, I feel like,
not to say like Magomed can't go and like show the whole world what he's about, and especially in this fight. I'm not saying that, but again, I need to see that, you know, that he's able to take on the top guys and deal with them, you know.
The championship mentality.
Yeah, and this is literally his first one, whilst Jan has actually fought a few in the past already, man.
So there's more pressure on Magomed than it is Jan? Or do you think it's the other way around?
Oh, man. I want to say Jan has a little bit more pressure just because he's the former champion and he's beat the likes of Izzy and a couple other top elite fighters as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, plus again, he's no spring chicken as well. So we're really looking at like, if Jan doesn't get this W here, you know, where does he go afterwards? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you mean,
So in my honest opinion, I'm very split, but if I had to choose, I'll probably just edge it to Jan by a fourth round submission.
Bro.
Gone fourth round submission.
We should have started for that one then, mate. All right, cool. Well, but you guys, let us know what you think.
What do you think?
Okay. Me, I would say pretty much Magomed getting the win. TKO, to be honest. Ground and pound, round 2. If not round 3, I don't see how Magomed loses the fight, to be honest. Everything about him is just perfect.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant.
He's just gonna. I feel like he's gonna definitely make Jan retire.
These Dagestanis
beat his ass out down.
Coming with it, bro, man.
He's the giant version. No, I was literally gonna say he's the giant version of Khabib, but no, he's a giant version of Islam. Because he's clean, man. Relax. His kicks, everything, bro.
Nah, he's brilliant.
Everything's beautiful.
Let's see.
Similar, man. They're from the same place. Anyway. These Dagestanis, man, they're pretty much the same, man. But just they're either great as ground and pound, takedown, all round.
They're elite.
You know, they're elite, bro. They're elite. All these lot of monsters.
But guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Who do you think is going to come out in the fights we just spoke about? Don't forget to like, subscribe, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.